Laurie from Ride and Drive and sometimes MotorMatters behind the wheel of the Jeep Wrangler Sahara right now with a 2-liter petrol turbo engine. He's in 4-wheel drive low. Look at this, through the mud splash, through the water. It's deep over there, let me tell you, but not a hesitation, nothing at all. It just cruises its way through.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Smith for Ride and Drive and MotorMatters this morning, and we've got an exciting day. We're going to review these two Jeeps, the Jeep Sahara and the Rubicon.
That's it, the new Wranglers.
If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, because we just want followers.
We're almost at 25,000 on the MotorMatters channel right now.
Almost at 25,000 subscribers. Please hit that button for us. Right, Alan?
Yeah.
So Eleanor's at the back of the camera for it, behind the camera for a change. So what's your take, Al?
Listen, there is nothing like a Jeep, okay?
Yeah.
I want one. I want one desperately. I'll be honest. I want one for a weekend toy. My weekend warrior toy.
So
That's what I want.
If we had lots of money, Al. So let's just
I mean, listen, we drive different cars every day. Of course we got buckets of money.
So let's set the scene. This one here, we took for some off-road the other day.
Yeah.
And I must say, we're going to get to all of the features and the specs now. But this Jeep performed fantastically.
100%.
I mean, really, that hasn't lost anything there. What's new on it, Al?
Okay. Look, the biggest change is the engine under the bonnet.
Yeah.
They've dropped the old 3.6-liter V6 Pentastar engine.
Yes.
Now got a 4-cylinder, 2-liter turbo
petrol.
200 kilowatts, 400 Newton meters, 9-speed auto.
I must say, for me, I find it much more manageable. I find it much more responsive.
Yeah.
Even though it's lost about 10 or 20 kilowatts.
It's about 10 it's lost.
Is it about 10, hey? Yeah, you know, I find it much more responsive and really pulls through the traffic. You know, it just, to me, it doesn't feel lumbering. It feels quite nimble.
What I think you've also got to take into account is, I don't have numbers, but I guarantee you the engine is much lighter.
It probably is.
So your power to weight ratio is probably exactly the same, if not better.
Exactly. So let's look at this one. This is top of the range, I think.
The Rubicon's the top of the range.
Top of the range. It's got the slide back soft roof.
Is
that an extra? Okay.
An electric sliding roof.
Okay.
But beyond that, they are pretty much identical, okay?
Okay, maybe in another lifetime, we should have taken this one off-roading, because it's got the off-roading tires.
It's got the tires. It's also got a couple of little switches and buttons inside to make it even more. But you know what? This is the point of the Jeep. That one is so ridiculously off-road capable. How much more do you need?
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah. So, exactly. I must say, in terms of looks, come this way, Al.
Yeah, okay.
I like the look of this firecracker red. I really do.
Yeah.
To me, it just pops. It really looks the business. Okay, they've sort of decked it out with quite a bit of signage, etc.
Before you go, I want to show you something very interesting. You've got a tiny little running board. Note, I don't have it.
Okay, yeah.
Now, again, that's because this is the more off-road.
Yeah. Oh, the more off-road, but then why? Why would that be?
Because they're going to say that could get in the way of really serious rock climbing and stuff like that.
Okay, with you.
Yeah, that's the difference there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is so small.
Okay, I'm not going to go into the inside because you're going to do the interior shortly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far, I mean, this one here is about 100,000 Rand more.
100,000 more, excluding the extra for the roof.
Correct.
Okay.
And what price is that?
I haven't got the exact, but I think it's between 70 and 80,000.
Okay, cool.
Now, personally, you know me and convertibles.
Yes.
Did you notice I arrived with the top open today?
Yeah. Now, funny enough, I don't know if that's we're exactly the same age, but it just shows who's the younger at heart one, because I don't like convertibles.
Well, listen, you said it, I didn't, okay?
That's it.
Right.
Laurie, all right, my friend.
Let's show them off-road, let's show them on-road, and let's show the inside.
Cool.
Hey, Laurie. From Ride and Drive occasionally, but more from MotorMatters these days. I've adopted you know that.
And here's our resident expert. Our video expert, Mr. Eleanor from MotorMatters.
Yeah, okay. We've been showing you the differences between the Rubicon and the Saharas on the new Jeeps, right? We missed one little one.
What was that?
Note this plastic black fender as opposed to your body. coloured
Okay,
fender
I
on
see
this
that,
one.
yeah.
Again, it's just to make it look that much more off-road.
Okay,
All right.
with you. Okay, well, let's move into the cabin.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to show you the Rubicon's cabin because they are the same, except there's a few little bits and pieces that I want to show you, Laurie. On the open road, of course. Harty's Road, even more so, of course, isn't it? The Wrangler Rubicon, okay, which means it's got a few extra switches and buttons for off-road ability over the Sahara version. They're all down there. Difficult to show you now. We'll show you in the main part of the video. You know we're going to do that. But this new generation with a 2-litre turbo petrol engine that gives you 200 kilowatts, 400 newton meters of torque, and an 8-speed auto gearbox is actually a pleasure on the open road. It just cruises so nicely. Maybe you're not cruising at 120 all the time on the open road. Maybe you're doing more like 100 to 110, but it's lifestyle, pure and utter lifestyle. And this Rubicon also has the bonus of the electric folding soft top, not the clip out hard panels that you get normally. Something you know I'm going to love. And talking about loving, my hat's missing, or is it missing? No, of course it isn't. It's on the MotorMatters special feature. My hat stand down there. That I bet you 99% of Jeep Wrangler owners don't ever use that second gear lever, if you know what I'm talking about. Well, I use it for my purpose. What more can you ask for? Laurie, getting inside. Now, we're showing you the Rubicon because they are so similar, the two of them anyway, besides one or two little tricks that we'll show you. Android Auto, notice wireless, eh?
Yeah.
Picked up my phone immediately. You come down over here. Look, nice big screen, by the way, which is also a feature of the new generation. Okay, you come down, you got all your controls over here. I must tell you, did we love the other night? Heated steering wheel.
Oh, nice.
And heated front seats.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, we enjoyed that the other evening.
Yes, I'm sure.
It's cold in Joburg at the moment, okay?
No, it is, it's nippy.
Yeah. Something I'm not mad about is your window controls for front and rear over there.
With you, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I kept on looking for them.
Yeah, you're fiddling on the doors all day. I mean, just, you know what?
Small thing.
Yeah, but if you owned one, you'd be used to it after the first week.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just being picky, okay?
Yeah.
Auxiliaries, you've got all your cables, all your USBs over there. Now, come here, and this is where there's differences. Okay? These are the diff locks. Okay.
Oh, diff lock there, huh?
Front and rear on is that button there that can disconnect your front sway bar, which is for real articulation and rock climbing and rock clawing.
And they are very capable at
come on, Laurie, these things
climbing.
They're
like rock spiders.
Exactly. Then, of course, don't forget the exclusive MotorMatters feature.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
All right. I know you want to use it to
well, you know something.
High and
that's
low.
The one thing about that gear lever, or when you want to call it there, that mode lever. It was very easy to shift between the different modes, 4 high, 4 low. I found it just so easy.
You know, this is where analog versus digital, electronic versus manual, where a lot of these electronic ones often don't engage as quickly as you want. This was cluck, cluck, cluck and go, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Great.
Laurie, the bottom line is, yours, the tires, if you're never going to go off-road,
much smoother drive, I think.
Road tires may not be a better option, right? But this is something you decide. 100,000 Rand price difference between the two is such a small percentage.
I think I might go for the cheaper one.
You know what I may do?
What?
You're going to laugh. I'm quite sure I could go and buy this one and tell them to put the road tires on it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another way to do it, right?
Yeah.
And I want the roof.
Yeah, I don't want the roof.
Yeah. But look, 1.3 million Rand, 100,000 is not going to make a difference, is it? It really isn't.
Exactly.
And you know, is it on these or is it not? Yes, it is. Look, just swing to the door there. They say it themselves. There's only one.
There's only one. There's only one Alan too. Let's just leave it at that.
A lot of people would say thank goodness for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, for MotorMatters.
And Run Drive.
He's Laurie. I'm Alan R.
We're out.
Wrangler coming through the axle articulations over here. You'll see these are deep dips over here. They really are, but you've got so much wheel travel, you've got so much articulation available on this vehicle. I can tell you now, it's not going to hesitate. Look at the wheel up in the air for a moment, but it just does it with such consummate ease. Slowly, steadily make your way through, Laurie. Nice and simple, nice and easy. And let me tell you, some of these are very, very deep divots. So he does it easily and simply.